Hey guys, it's Nevada. Welcome back to my channel. So what I have for you today is a very easy black smoky eye. It literally doesn't take any time at all, and I kind of turned it into a prom tutorial just because if you wanted to go for more of a smoky, sultry look, this is so easy to do, so fast to do, so it's really great for a last minute idea. So I'm going to be starting off with my eye souffle from the Dermadoctor, just applying this underneath my eyes, and then I'm actually going to be patting it in all the way around, even up to my brow bone. I've been using this every single day, and I have to say it's starting to minimize the appearance of my dark circles, and like I said in my last video, it is super moisturizing, so it's a great all-over eye cream to have. Then I'm going in with my facial oil, and nothing different about that, and I'm going to start off with my eyes. So I'm using the TooFaced Shadow Insurance Eye Primer and applying this on top of my eyelids as well as below my lash line because I will be applying some shadow there. Then I'm going in with the shade Coconut Cream just as kind of a base for the rest of my shadows, so I'm just applying this all over my lid, and then applying a piece of tape to the outer edge of my eyes. This is just to make sure that the line I get is very clean and crisp. My first crease color is going to be the shade Mousse, and this is going into my crease as well as a little bit above it, so I'm really going basically onto the end of my brow bone with this, and that's just because I don't want the color to get lost when I start applying the darker shades. So when I get that to the right amount, I'm going to be going in with the next shade, which is Pudding, and this is going right into the crease, so right into that fold below the mousse shade. And then just make sure that it's completely blended out, that there are no harsh lines, and that they kind of gradually blend in together. Next, I'm going to be using a black eyeliner pencil. You can use any one that you have on hand, and I'm just drawing on top of my eyelid just to kind of cover the base of my eyelid and blending this out with my finger. You don't have to be precise with this at all. It's just going to act as a base for the black eyeshadow. I'm going to be using a black pigment from the Body Shop, and I'm just patting this on top of wherever I had drawn in with eyeliner. I'm also going to be taking this basically in a wing shape, and you don't have to be precise with this at all because that tape basically does the work for you. So just kind of run it along the tape and then all over your eyelid. Make sure that you go into the crease so that it has more of a blended look and that the crease colors and this black shade kind of gradually dissolve into each other better. The blending is super important. In fact, it's probably the blending that takes the longest time in this eye tutorial, but you just want to make sure that the black is completely blended in with your crease colors. Then I'm going to be highlighting the inner corners of my eyes and doing one more final kind of blend with a big fluffy brush before pulling off that tape. So when I take off that tape, you guys can see that it leaves a super crisp, clean line, and this is perfect for drawing a wing with because you basically just have to kind of outline that line with it. You can also use tape when you're not using any shadows to help you with a winged eyeliner. If you guys want a video on that, I could definitely do one in the future. I'm using the NYX Orange Correcting Concealer for right underneath my eyes where I have some darker pigmentation. And then after blending that out, I'm going to be going in with my foundation. I'm using the Born This Way foundation in the shade Honey, and applying this all over my face with my fingers and then going in with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to blend it out. For concealer, I'm using my new favorite combination, which is a Smashbox concealer in a shade that is too dark for me, and then the Body Shop Lightning Drops, which I got from Octoly. And I love these drops, not only because obviously they lighten whatever product you have to the degree that you need, but also because it makes the consistency very liquidy, making it super easy to blend. So I apply this underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my chin, and also below my contour line underneath my cheekbone. And I'm just blending it out with my sponge. To set those in place, I'm using the Sacha Buttercup Setting Powder, and this is more of a yellow tone and super flattering for my skin tone and darker skin tones. I'm using this to bake, but only letting it sit for about 2 minutes, not even, and then I'm just going to use a fluffy brush to kind of brush it off. For contouring, I'm using the Body Shop Darkening Drops, and I'm just applying this using a brush onto my contour line underneath my cheekbones, a little bit across the temples, and then down my jawline as well. I started blending this with a stippling brush, and I had applied way too much product, so you'll see that it just wasn't blending out that great. But the thing with this is that using a sponge helps a lot because it also kind of absorbs a little bit of the product. So for the rest of my contour, I just ended up using my sponge to blend it out, and it actually gave it more of a natural finish with the sponge because you don't have excess product left on your face. You guys know I can't do without my NYX eyeshadow, so I'm using Over the Taupe just to kind of define the contour line, and I'm using my NARS Ita brush for this so I get a really defined straight line. And then I'm going to go in and set everything with my bronzer. So this is Sephora Bora, and I'm just applying this, again, everywhere that I had contoured, so cheekbones, temples, jawline. I'm not using too much product for this. For blush, I'm using a Makeup Forever palette that I had. I'm using the pinker shade and just dusting this onto the apples of my cheeks and running it up towards my temples. And for highlight, I'm using Champagne Pop, which you can see is just so pigmented. I love this product. So I'm blending this on the high parts of my cheekbones and down the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my Cupid's bow as well. Then I'm going to be smoking out my lower lash line using all three shades that I had used on my eyes. So first I use the mousse shade, then the darker pudding shade, and then I go in with black and I just do the outer third of my lower lash line, and that gives it a slight smoky effect. I didn't want anything too drastic. Using the same eyeliner pencil I'd used for my lids, I'm going to be tight lining my eyes and then also lining my waterline, again just the outer third. For lashes, I'm using the Wet n Wild's lashes that they sent me from Octoly. They are cruelty-free, which I absolutely love about them, and they do look very, very natural. So when I first got them, I was a little hesitant about their texture, but after I applied them, they look super natural. I absolutely love them. Going in with mascara for my bottom lashes, and then going to move on to my lips. I'm using the shade Chi by ColourPop to line my lips. And then I'm going to be filling them in with a liquid lipstick from MJL Cosmetics in the shade Tamed. This is a matte liquid lipstick. I absolutely love this shade. It has a nice pink, almost nude shade to it. It's super pretty and it dries extremely matte. It is absolutely perfect. Definitely check out MJL Cosmetics. Their link will be in the description box below. But that's basically it. I hope you guys like this, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.